Hey, what's up, guys? This is Josh from the MTG Pals, and today I've got a little pre-release update, I guess. So I just got back from pre-release about half an hour ago, and I ended up doing really well. I got first, actually. Went 4-0. Well, it was like 3-0 and 1 draw. I drew for the finals, but my record ended up being better than everyone else's because everyone that was 3-0 drew. So I ended up getting we played it out anyway, and I still won. But yeah, I ended up getting first. It was awesome. So I won only 8 packs, but I pulled a Bruna, but nothing too great out of those. Sorry I didn't do a pack opening. I was just way too excited at the pre-release, and I got like this cool deck box, a new trade binder, a smaller one. I don't know where it is, like a life counter. I got a couple things. Yeah, and I got like entry to the Grand Prix in Anaheim. So that might be fun to go to if I do decide to do that. But yeah, today I just wanted to kind of go through my deck real quick. And just show you what it was. So I ended up going black-white, and what I did was I sorted it by color, and I'm going to start with the white creatures, and they're sorted by mana cost. So first things first, Midnight Duelist. So it's a 1/2 protecting from vampires, and it's okay. It's just kind of like a guide to get down, and I have like a couple things that buff it a little bit that ended up being pretty good. So he was okay. I didn't have any 2-drops in white, but I have some 3-drops. Emancipation Angel. This is a great card in limited, because you can just return a land, and if you don't have another land next turn, you can. I don't know. It's like the returning a card that you control to your hand really isn't that big of a deal, but the 3/3 flyer is so good. Next we had Farbog Explorer. So it's a 2/3 with Swamp Walk. He's okay. He's pretty much just there because I didn't really have any other. I needed some more creatures that fit into the curve, and I didn't really have any other good ones, so I just kind of tossed him in there, and he's good against decks that run black. Next I had Silverblade Paladin. So he's a 2/2 with Soul Bond, and as long as Silverblade Paladin is paired with another creature, they both have double strike. So yeah, there he is. So he's a rare. He's good. Like he's an engine. So if they kill one of your guys, or if you have to chump with someone, you just like keep getting guys with double strike, and he did work for me. He's really good. So yeah, there's that guy. I had one Mid-Vast Protector, so that's a 2/3, and when he enters the battlefield, target creature gains protection of the color of my choice until end of turn. And this guy was okay, wasn't really that great. I had 2 of them. I decided to put 1 in. He really wasn't that good, but he was decent. Next, I had Spectral Gate Guards. So this guy also has Soul Bond, but instead of double strike, he gives Vigilance, and he's a 2/5 for 5. This guy was really good with flyers, because if you have a flyer with Vigilance, it's really good. So yeah, that was good. And then my last white creature, Angel of Glory's Rise. So this guy was a 4/6 for 7, flying when he enters the battlefield, exile all zombies. Exile all zombies and return all human creatures from your graveyard into the battlefield. And this guy was pretty much just a 4/6 flyer. His other ability didn't do much for me, but it was a big body, and he did pretty well for me. Okay, so those are all my creatures, and next I was going to get into some white non-creature spells. So first, Righteous Blow, 1 of. I wish I got more. This card's so good. So it deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature for 1 white instant. So this card's really good, just removal, and removal's really, really nice to have. Next, I had 1 Zealous Strike. So it's an instant for 2, and it gives a target creature +2/+2 in first strike. So this card is like a combat trick, and I don't know, I feel like usually combat tricks aren't too good, but since Absent Restored's really low in removal, this is like pseudo removal. And it worked really well for me. It's just I attacked with some guys and they offered a trade, or like, okay, why are you attacking? I'll block my bigger guy, and then I just Zealous Strike and give my guy first strike and kill theirs. So it ended up being more like a removal card than anything for me, and it worked really well. Next, Leap of Faith. Target creature gains flying until end of turn and prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature until end of turn. It's an instant for 3. This card is kind of just like saved creatures from removal. The flying didn't do too much, but I really didn't get. My pool wasn't great. I'm surprised I did so well with it. It was just all these combat tricks and just tricks like this ended up making me win so many games. I just had a lot of sort of removal cards. Next, I have Banishing Stroke. So it's 6 mana for a sorcery. Oh, an instant. I didn't realize it was an instant. That makes it a lot better. Huh, I used it as a sorcery the whole day. Well, I still did okay, but put target artifact, creature, or enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library, and its miracle cost is 1. So even without his miracle cost, it's still a decent card, and it's just really good removal. Removes anything. So I really like this card. If you get white and limited, run this card if you can have the opportunity. So next, I ran 3 enchantments. I ran 2 Call to Serve. So it's a enchantment, an instant aura for 2. Enchanted non-black creature gets +1/+2 and flying basically. So this is good for early beats, and it's good with the double strike guy because you just get up in the air and swing with double strike in the air. But I liked having this because a lot of the time I would just make my 1/2 a 2/4 flyer on turn 2, and that's pretty tough to deal with in limited. So it ended up being pretty good. And my last white card is what's it called? Commander's Authority. So it's an enchantment, also it's an aura, and enchant creature has whenever or at the beginning of each one of your upkeeps, put a 1/1 human into the battlefield. Yeah, and this card I never really played very much. It would have been good in certain matchups, but the reason my deck won so much is because of evasion and removal. So it's okay. It ended up doing it won me 1 game, I think. Okay, so that's it for white. So let's get into black, starting with creatures. I had 2 Blood Artists. So he's a 0/1 for 2, and whenever a creature dies, you gain a life, and your opponent loses a life. So this guy was good. I don't know. He just kind of gave me more life, and my opponents lost life. I don't know. It's like that 2/2 flyer for 4 in Innistrad. I don't remember what it's called. Falcon Wrath something, and it has the same ability. So it's pretty good. If it had some power, it would be a lot better, but it did some work for me. Next, we have Crypt Creeper. 2/1 for 2, and you can sacrifice and exile a creature card from a graveyard, or not a creature, just a card from a graveyard. He's pretty much just a 2/1 beater. I only used him once when someone played that angel that returns humans. I sacrificed him and exiled one of the humans he wanted to return, like the blue soulbond guy that gives flying. So that was the only time I really used that ability. But I feel like 2/1s for 2 are just decent in draft. They're not bad, or in limited, they're not bad. So I kind of tossed him in there. Next, I had 2 Searchlight Geists, which is a 2/1 with flying for 3, and you can tap 4 mana and give it Death Touch. This card is good just because it's a 2/1 flyer. As I said, evasion is really good in limited, so I got some beats in with this guy. And when I paired him with the double strike guy, then you swing for 4 in the air, and it's really hard to deal with that. Next, okay, this card is the best card in my deck. And it won me so many games late game. My opponents couldn't kill him, and I just started wrecking them with it. Dark Imposter. So it's a 2/2 for 3, and its ability is tap 6 mana, exile target creature, put a +1/+1 counter on him, on Dark Imposter, and he has all the activated abilities of it. So I just basically killed all of my opponent's creatures and made my guy really big, and I ended up just winning with him. So this card is nuts. This card is really good. One of the better cards in limited, in my opinion. Well, that I faced. I didn't run into any Sigardas, which is lucky, but I did run into like a Gisela, which I just killed with him. I don't know. I feel this guy's really good. Okay, next, Undead Executioner. He's a 2/2 for 4, and when he dies, he gives something -2/-2. It's pretty much just a nice sort of removal card. I had a really nice interaction with the next card I'm going to show you. So this is a sorcery. This is we're getting close to the end of the deck. So this is Bone Splinters. So it's 1 mana as an additional cost. You sacrifice a creature and destroy like one of your opponent's creatures. So the thing I did that was pretty cool is my opponent played that angel that is a 3/3 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, it brings a soldier with it, I think. Maybe 2 soldiers, I don't remember. But anyway, I had my Undead Executioner out, and I sacrificed this, killing his token, and then I destroyed it with this, and then I was able to win next turn. So that was a really good interaction that I didn't really expect to have, but ended up being pretty effective. My last card is Necrobite. So it's 3 mana for an instant. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn and regenerate it. So again, this is kind of a combat trick. and I don't know, combat tricks is one of the few forms of removal that are in this set, so very happy I was able to get that. Yeah, I mean, I only lost. I went 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then after I drew the last game when we actually played it out, I won 2-1. I mean, in the game I lost, it was because I had to mull down to 4, which is really unfortunate. But I don't know. I really had a lot of fun. I mean, maybe I'll go to this Grand Prix. Who knows? And yeah, that's it for this video, I think. We'll have an updated trade binder pretty soon here. Let me see if I can find the. Oh yeah, we got this. This is the little trade binder I got. So this is gonna be like the higher cost one. Danny pulled an Addison and some decent stuff, but his deck his deck was really good. But he went 3-1, which is still great. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Just let me know what you thought of my draft deck. I wasn't expecting, or my sealed deck. I wasn't expecting to do as well as I did with it, but really just the removal I had and the evasion helped win all my games. So that's about it for this video. I will see you next time. Bye.